Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real to Real 360. K-Wise.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real to Real 360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real to Real 360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings, everybody. What's going on? Peace to the nation of gods and earths. This is K-Wise Allah, a.k.a. Kato, the Black Superhero. And right now, we'd like to welcome you again to another show of the Real to Real 360. I welcome each and every one to this afternoon show. We have a good one for you, but without further ado, I must introduce my co-host, my brother from another mother, my brother in God. I'm going to bring him right on. Mr. PhD himself, Joshua Allah. Peace, my brother.
Peace, God. How you?
Maintaining G. Love hella right. You know it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today we have another spectacular show, spectacular guest coming on. Entrepreneur, business, you know what I'm saying, in the community. Like I said, we always like to highlight those who are striving to be successful in all their undertakings. And right now, we'd like to bring on Miss Kimberly Brooks, who is a owner, operator of Shine Bright Gemzz. Could y'all just get your hands together, clap your hands together, and bring our sister on? Peace.
Hello.
Peace. How you doing today, Queen?
I am well, running. Y'all got me right off the road, change clothes, and here I am.
Peace. Like I said, you own and operate Shine Bright Gemzz, right? But also, too, you part of the paparazzi accessories. When did you join that, and how did that connection come about with Shine Bright Gemzz?
Okay, so I'm an independent consultant for paparazzi accessories. So What that means, once you secure your consultantship, of course, you got to build your own brand. Paparazzi will provide you everything to get you started. It's just up to you to go with it. So Shine Bright Gemzz is my brand. That's my paparazzi brand. I joined September 11th, easy anniversary to remember, September 11th of 2018.
Okay. With Shine Bright Gemzz, what are all the accessories and things that you sell and promote with your company?
We specialize, we're known for our $5 nickel and lead free jewelry. Usually when people hear paparazzi, that's the first thing they think of. We also have what's a little kept secret. A lot of people don't know we have men's pieces. We have men's chains, necklaces. Everyone's into the bead bracelets. I can hardly keep those. We have, my dad loves the men's rings. We just discontinued our little girls collection. What I'm wearing is our signature collection, which is our $25 pieces. So we have necklaces, rings, bracelets. It's just an array of accessories. There's also hair accessories, which it's an accessory. You can wear it for whatever. One of my team members just posted a necklace on her boots. So you can just wear it and rock it however you want to.
Okay. Also, too, you have a background in social services. How did that come about with, wanting to have your own business with Shine Bright Gemzz?
Well, part of my background comes from just connecting. I think the best gift God gave me was to be able to connect with people. Mm-hmm. And that can always be a challenge because people come with their own individual everything. It's definitely helped me, especially when you're talking about marketing and networking. You just have to be able to walk up to someone and say what you need to say and break that. And social services, it built me with the interpersonal skills, the business mindset, and also understanding where people needs are, especially if you're trying to get someone to come into the business with you. Don't always assume that someone wants to start a business for extra income. Some people may be financially stable. That's not their concern. However, you may have that young mother who has devoted her whole life to her children and she wants something for her. So you have to understand people need, and that's where social services comes from to help me with that. Meet the people where their needs are. How can this opportunity bring an opportunity to help you?
Okay. Also, too, like you're located in the Texas area.
I am in Houston, Texas at the moment.
Oh, what ward? Third, fifth? What,
I'm north. I'm
okay.
I'm not in the ward, but I know my wards. I used to actually my last job before I started doing what I'm doing now was in Fifth Ward. So yeah.
Okay. Now we also, from speaking with Kay, you're originally from New York. How did you get from New York, Long Island, of course, our home, all the way to Houston, Texas?
Well, correction. I'm gonna tell you where I am from.
Where you from?
I am fresh off the road from Jasper, Texas.
Okay.
Jasper, Texas, and that's where I just came in. My mom was awarded a Pillar of the Community, so
wow, congratulations.
Yes, that was a big thing. The theme was Black history is an asset to the community. And so I just had a time that I had to be there at 1 and I had to be here at 1. So I just timed it and scheduled it. So I'm originally from Jasper, 2 hours from Houston. And how I got in Houston, I'm a Prairie View A&M University graduate. So I was already familiar with Houston. So I just plugged in and I've been here since March of 2010.
Okay. Now you spoke about the Black history and your mom. That's a great thing that we have to always be mindful that there's a lot of history with our people. And with you being an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, you're a trailblazer.
Oh, yes.
And being a trailblazer, you have to, go through different barriers and things of that nature to ensure that your company and things are successful, and you're laying a path for others to come behind you.
Right.
Are you aware of how much or how significant your business is compared to, whereas other individuals will be looking at your game plan and trying to follow in your footsteps?
Oh, that's a big one. As a Black female, as a double minority, I already know I come through walking with challenges. They don't want me here 2 times. So if you look on my wall, this is my M wall. This is Malcolm, Martin, and Mandela. I've had the 3 pictures since 2006 when I got my first apartment in grad school. And I built from it. And the reason why I chose it, I remember a cousin mentioned to me, you need to take those down. I said, if they didn't have what they did, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. And before me, I have all my degrees and certifications to remind me of my journey of where I got. And Mandela reminds me that this is my tool to fight everything. So I pride myself on my education. Although I've been an entrepreneur for this long, I still have my education and my background to support at any given time. Like right now, I'm doing COVID testing, directorship, and business development. So always have those skills, because even though I didn't need a master's degree to start a jewelry business, I run my jewelry business as if I have a master's degree.
Understand that fully. Well, and the question that I was leading to was, did you have to get grants or anything of that nature to start your business? And was there an obstacle that you had to face in getting grants and things like that for your business?
Well, with paparazzi, it's multi-level marketing. That's a big thing right now between TLC and other multi-level marketing companies. I know this particular company grew so much during the pandemic. Moms were forced to stay home with their children for virtual learning, still needed to make money. So this gave them an opportunity to do that. You could start this business for $99 plus tax. I mean, I've always used the example at the least. Now, if you really, really want to go big, there's other options. And I tell people, I know I'm still looking for the other end of some $100 that I've spent on some things. When I come into my gym shop, I can see my investment. When I got home today, there was a package on the front door. So it really just takes discipline. And I know for myself as an entrepreneur, yes, I have customers that support, but I want to transfer that $100 you spent with me into something bigger. Yes, you can support me with that sale, but if you invest in this, we can grow up and wider to the next level. My brother and I, we have a lot of, he's in insurance. We do a lot of little sales chat because I'm not a salesy person. I'm in sales, but I'm not a salesy person. And with all the stereotypes that come with sales. But if you have too many consumers, that's the thing. You have too many people consuming. We want. But what's going to be the long term? So I didn't need any. It just took making a decision. My cousin was doing it. I'm a big supportive person. I'm all about support. Support is everything. And it means everything. And without it, you really don't have what you got going because you're going to feel like you're in it by yourself. So it just took someone exposing it to me. She said, you'll be great at this. And entrepreneurship is something that's never been on my scope to do. But my brother has always pushed it because you're just like your own type of person. And I feel like this is something that you could do. So it just took someone exposing it to me, making my mind up and deciding to purchase that kit for $113.
Okay. So do you have like a place where individuals can come, like a kiosk, a storefront, or anything like that, where they can, or do you just do online?
Well, this is my home store for the most part. Especially during the pandemic, pop-up shops became very popular. I do it all. I've done so, and I love opportunities. Again, thank y'all for inviting me. This is what it's about. Getting things out, getting people aware of things. I'm always open to opportunities. I've done somebody's 40th birthday party. Hey, come set up your jewelry. I've done grand opening of businesses. Is never a bad time to get your name out there, get your exposure. So as far as how to find me, I'm everywhere. It's funny, that's what they were just talking about. I was watching a church service on my way home and they were recognizing my mom for being the pillar. And they were talking about how she's always everywhere. She went live when they were showing the Black History exhibit. She was live when but she said there's people that can't be here. Just like right now, I'm doing this, but I know I can share it with other people and they can see it even though they may have missed this time. So it's always, take those opportunities, but be there, be everywhere. You only have, what's my new thing for my team is I tell them the best and only option is today. That's your best and only option.
That's true. That when it comes down to networking, you have to be everywhere. You have to be exposed to everyone. And, so that's great. You have an online website where individuals can honestly start shopping with you, because we want to make sure that we help push and promote all the things that you have going on Real 360. Right.
And that's the beauty of it. I joined on Tuesday. There's my newest, that is literally fresh off the press. My business mentor, we just designed this not even a few days ago. So this is hot off the press. And I'll explain a little bit more about what's on that card. That website, shinebrightgems.com. Of course, I bought my own domain. When you first join Paparazzi, they give you what's called a replicated website, www.paparazziaccessories.com/ my number's 219632. So at that point, 219,000 consultants. Now, I think my newest team member was 600. It's growing. People are seeing opportunities. So when I joined on Tuesday, 9/11, I just actually thanked my Aunt Gloria last night. She was my very first order that morning. So I haven't got a kit. I ain't got no jewelry. But I'm already making money. I'm already earning my investment back. So that is live. The day you hit submit is live. Now, of course, I think I was a year in the business. I decided to buy the domain. My mom was on my team. I gave her Mother's Day gifts. Those are the kind of gifts you want to get. Domain addresses, Yeah. So that's how you get started. I actually just talked to a potential on the way here. You can tap in with me any kind of way, personal, my business. I'm on all those social media, the website. I can be found if you're looking for me.
Okay. So explain, I'm like reading the card and everything. It says join the stepper team. Explain the stepper team to the people.
Now notice how the pink, this was a last minute edit. The black words say join my team, which is what everybody promotes. Join my team. That's the black part. The pink part says next level steppers. That's the name of my team.
Okay.
Because I feel that no matter what industry you're in, no matter where you are in your life, I would hope that you're trying to get to the next level or whatever that looks like for you. So that's how I came up with my team name. So that's kind of a play on, not a play on words, but a play on colors.
Right. I see that. I see that. So your actual team is actually the steppers.
The next level steppers. That's a team of last time I checked, I believe we're 82 deep.
Okay. So you're doing a lot of stepping.
Got to. Again, I'm a double minority. I got some steps to catch up on. Right. Definitely. When people come to you for accessories, and do you wholesale? Do you know what I'm saying? You sell a piece at a time, or how that work out? Okay. We buy wholesale. So I buy my pieces for $275 and sell for $5. It's a 45% commission. Of course, once you start realizing, because it only take a couple of times someone shopping with you to realize, okay, we get new releases every day. You're gonna want it all. You don't stop wanting things you like. It just doesn't happen that way. So the smart, not even business set, because I've even shifted things back to what I said about how you market it to people. Everybody why is going to be different. You always got to remember your why in all things that you do. So I've done different takes on it. Let's say you have a couple customers that recently lost their mom. So if you get this business investment, don't look at it like I'm running a business or I got a business. Just look at it as an investment, or put this jewelry in honor of your mom or in memory of your mom. Number one, you're going to treat it different because it's about your mama. And number two, people are going to support it because it's about your mom. So it's a totally different mindset. And then you could take that profit and put it into a scholarship. That's the difference, because you're already buying it anyway. Instead of buying $150 jewelry for me, put that into something for the future. Okay.
And with that, it's like, so basically you're investing with your people.
Right. This is more of a ministry for me. It's definitely, I have stories for days about ministry with this. And of course it started as supporting someone else. I was still working full time. June 27, 2019, wrongfully terminated. It's time to look at something different. And I've been doing that full time. I've been doing what I'm doing right now with the COVID testing, just trying to make a difference. Helping others is my passion. I've done just about every type of social service, public sector. I've worked with veterans, civilians, children, families. I've done so much that I know when it's time. I know when I have to leave and go back out in the community, that means the world not quite where I want it to be. I was thinking about the name of this ring. That's one thing. That's one of my little, I guess, special points. I'm someone that typically knows the name of every piece. Paparazzi they like to do play on words, and I feel like, hey, I have a name, and if they took the time to name each individual piece, why can't I try to? So that's something I'm known for on my show. Like, people will come on there, hey, Kimberly, what's the name of this piece? We know you know. That's what I'm known for in the business. And the name of this one is Futuristic Free Spirit, fresh out the package. And that's me. I am a futuristic free spirit because I'm not necessarily before my time. I don't even know if the time that I won't even exist. I still like the word hope. Hold on, pain ends. I wrote a whole poem about that too. Hold on, pain ends, because when you get those when I go to the post office with my bag and the people are, oh, you got the happy packages. When those people open their mailbox, it's not a bill, it's not some junk mail, it's something that they wanted. It's something like when I turned my corner and I saw that pink box, it still feels the same way when I got my first box. You're still excited. And in these times, you need something to look forward to. You need something to make you feel like, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Because sometimes it's been nothing but me and these little pink bags on the floor, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep my faith, you know. And so it's bigger. And that's the thing we say in our paparazzi community is it is more than jewelry. And if you've ever been part of something bigger than yourself, you know it's more than just what you're doing.
Yeah, I truly understand being a part of something that's bigger than me, because this podcast here, I feel the same way. It's definitely bigger than myself. I feel like it's bigger than me and Kay together, and we reach out to the people. The question is, how has the pandemic helped or hurt you during your process of growing with your business?
And it just in general, I always have a general answer to that. I feel like the pandemic, the worst part, because I've done a little bit of everything. I was just studying to be a medical scribe. I was in the hospital and seeing so many people pass away right before your eyes. COVID, the death is the worst part of it. The best part to me has been people had to become innovative. I can't do it this way anymore. What else do I have to do? Restaurants got creative, bars got creative, clubs got creative. You just had to get creative on how you were doing things. During the pandemic, paparazzi grew 97%. As I said, that's when mothers were home with virtual learning. They still had to pay bills. You know, you can do what you got to do. And that's what they also promote here, that you don't have to do a background check. You can get right into what you need. So just different barriers that most people have when it comes to get something started. You just got to wait on that kid to come, and really don't have to wait on the kid to come and get going. So I feel like it helped far as opportunity. Now, how it hurts is I think a lot of people I think the main thing is emotional and mental well-being. To me, I haven't seen a guy friend of mine since Christmas Day due to COVID. So I think emotional and the mental drain is the worst thing the pandemic has done, because on the flip side, you have people that come on your show and say, hey, I was down and I'm so glad you were on. I've even heard in Vegas at our convention that a lady literally was suicidal and her jewelry lady came on and she's still with us, as far as I know, as far as that story goes. So on the flip side of that, though, what if your jewelry lady ain't right? It's an emotional, and I think that to me, if I just really had to give my personal, I think it just comes from the death being the top part of it, and then the emotional and drain. And of course, people can go into the particulars about the business, but what I wholeheartedly believe and what I've seen, because anytime you're not successful, we call it the pink print in paparazzi. You didn't follow the pink print. You're supposed to buy the jewelry, sell the jewelry, and repeat. That's it. You trying to put candy in your bags. You trying to do this. That ain't what they told you to do. If you follow your pink print, then you'll get to where you're trying to get to.
Okay. So when you get with paparazzi, they give you a step-by-step blueprint of how to market?
Yes, they give you everything. Let me see if I can just by, and there's you know how they say no excuses? They give you a whole packet where they break it down section by section. And I ask my team all the time where theirs is. Then we have a planner. I call it the paparazzi Bible. You know, and I'm always going to answer questions because I'm your sponsor, but I promise you that same question is right there. When you're given the tools to do what you need to do, it's only on you. The only person you can blame or look at is yourself, because this is independent. I'm an independent consultant. That word independent is a long word because it got a lot of meaning. And I think that a lot of times people do things and they don't realize it's really not even work. It doesn't become work until people make it become work for you. Because I've always said, like in work and jobs, you know what you signed up to do, you know what your job description says or whatever have you. But it's when other outside forces causes it to be a little difficult. And when it comes to internal, though, don't start looking out before you look in first. Did I do everything I was supposed to do first before I start troubleshooting and looking for support?
Okay. So when a person is wanting to start their own part of paparazzi or become a part of Shine Bright Gemzz as an affiliate or owner operator, what are the steps do they have to go through?
Okay. Well, first, just express your interest. I will I like to send just some information. It also depends on your relationship, because I have marketing material for every different kind of person. If it's somebody like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Friday night, ran into a lady who, I'm so glad to see you. I've been wanting to join. You just never know what people are going to say to you at any given time, because I was at a dinner meet and greet and she won like a door prize. I had brought in a gift for whoever's the first to arrive or something like that. And that was probably 2 years ago. So here we are. And she said, I'm ready. She said, I'll be ready next weekend. And now, first thing she said, I'm not going to have the time. So that lets me know I'm going to have to be of support to her. So I'll send her the link. It'll tell you to join. You'll pick me as a sponsor. You select your $99, $2.99, or $4.99 kit. And then you check out, and then it's on its way. They'll ship it to you, and I'll walk you. And I'm here until you decide this is either not for you or you go all the way to the next level.
Okay. So with that, do you have to get a business website or a business page that's connected to your social media page, or how do you promote and sell your material?
See, this is the beauty, and this is the great marketing. Paparazzi website is free. They give it to you the moment you submit your order. So the moment, like let's say, for instance, if I wasn't on Paparazzi or somebody heard me, if they got online right now, added that kit to their cart, the moment it says congratulations, you are now live. That website is live, ready. You can buy your jewelry at a discount, and your customers can support you. It's live, ready to go. And it's not a lot of free websites. I know a lot of people in business and marketing, they charge a lot to do their work. It's not free. It's free. They update everything for you. All you got to do is send that link out. That's my first step. When a person joins my team, of course, I make them a pretty little collage and I welcome them and all that. But I'm also going to send your website, and your consultant number is going to be a part of your website. And it's your opportunity at that point to make sure everybody you know knows you're doing this. So you're already in business and nothing has even hit your mailbox.
Okay. So with your website, you just sharing it with the people you know and going on word of mouth from that point until you actually get your material, or do you just do you have like a pamphlet that you share with them to let them know these are the things that I'm selling at this point in time, and you can be able to pick these up?
Right. The best thing to do, like during that waiting period, I suggest, because then you asked about Facebook business page, start thinking of a name, because that's your brand. When I came up with Shine Bright Gemzz, the 2 Z's is because Paparazzi has 2 Z's. Right. And I'm a Gemini. I think I had like three different options. And so I made a collage and I sent it to my closest family and friends, got their input, and it was a combination of a couple of the ones I had. And I had confirmation because I think at that time I was doing newsletters. And when I picked them up at Staples, it had Shine Bright in the box. So I said, there's my confirmation. As you see, Shine Bright is everywhere now. And I just went with that. So I tell my new consultant, be thinking of a name. You got things to do. There's always that background work, because once this business moves fast, the bosses start coming, you might as well use this time to study, and because you can't work a business you don't know or understand. You cannot do that. So what you do in that period is let everybody know, make announcements, because at the end of the day, if you really have your support system, they're going to support you. As I said earlier, I joined on a Tuesday. I woke up to orders Wednesday morning. Wow. I'm already earning my investment back. So, and they even break that down with your kit cost, how much they give it all. It's already laid out for you. So that's what your job is. Let everybody know you're doing it. And for those that really want to support you, they will. And then you use that time to think. And that's how you do it.
Okay. That's something that we have a lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to get startup businesses together, especially during the period of pandemic and coming out of the pandemic. We've learned that we have to be self-sufficient in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We have to be in a position where we are owning our own businesses and things like that, because like you said, a lot of people have lost their jobs and things of that nature, and you still have to provide. So going through what you went through and starting up your business, how helpful has it been for you?
I said the devil not going to catch me at zero again. That's because when you lose your job, your income is now at zero. Right. But I plan, since I'm already dressed in camera mode, guess what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to be live selling jewelry. So and I got 2 boxes of jewelry, so it ain't no reason why I shouldn't. I got 2 boxes waiting on me to do it. Okay, Wise, you got a question right now? Is that delayed? 128? No, that's right now.
No, that's right now. That's me. I was just waiting till y'all.
Oh, okay. I just
no. Go ahead, Kay, because I know he's sitting there smiling. He's chomping at the bits. He got some questions.
No, what it is that I'm in awe because I'm listening. Here's part of the question. I'm seeing your determination. I see your positivity and your enlightenment in what you're doing. How important is what you're doing for you when you get yourself up? Is that your team sees the same thing, so they stay motivated the same way to give that same drive and passion you have? What are some of the tools you use to give them that same type of energy?
I always say leadership is a blessed task. It definitely is. As I said, I have 82 on my team. Does that mean everybody's actively working their business? No, it's not what that means. And kind of like, I'm gonna answer previous question and go into that. When I lost my job June 27, 2019, and to show how things change, I just thought about this. Lost my job June 27, 2019. A year later, I was headed with my jewelry to go do a grand opening for another business owner. So a year later, I didn't have a job. Now I'm going to help a business owner, and sadly, they're closing their doors due to the pandemic. And that's just the rise and fall of things. But as I tell people, like this fear, people get this fear in their head. I've been asking people their favorite Bible verse today, and someone was sharing about fear. I said, I don't know who gave you that fear, but you need to give it back because you wasn't given that. And I talk to a lot of people that are scared. Well, what if this and what if that? Because paparazzi is becoming a trending thing, and people want to be like, it's like you're worried about what people are going to say. Oh, you're going to do something else. Or if you've been known to do things and not finish, or just doing a lot of different stuff. But it doesn't matter. You will not know. I can't answer some of these questions when I'm recruiting. I can't answer those questions until you're on what we call the pink side. Until you come to the best side, the pink side, I can only tell you things hypothetically. I can't really guide you as your sponsor on what you need, what you're trying to know. And I think for my team, my personality is different. I'm a June 6th Gemini. So I think that I'm very business minded, and a lot of people don't like the structure. I have my first team member is my first cousin, and she has a team. Everybody's going to train different. I'm a trained educator too. So I just believe in organization. I believe in structure. And now what you choose to do with it after that, I mean, yeah, I like to joke, have fun and all those type of things, but we need to be able to really enjoy these jokes and laughs because we handled our business first, So what's difficult for me, like I do, and my team is going through a transition. Our fiscal year in paparazzi is July 1st through June 30th. So we go to Vegas in August, and I got fired up when I went to convention. When you see what you could really have and what it can be like, you don't want anything less. And I partied with Pitbull my last night there. I said, you know what? We're going to do some things different. And like what Pitbull told me, he said, when you start getting that negative energy, he said, no. I was just partying with Pitbull last night. I don't need this negative energy right now. And I really stayed with me because when you're focused on what you're doing, you really got to have blinders on to all the negative energy. And what I think happens is with my team, we do a lot of watching other people's lives because I'm pretty sure you've seen somebody on paparazzi selling jewelry live. It looks similar. So you have to find your own brand. What makes yours? Like on my card, it says, when you probably turn on my last 2 years or so, it's going to say, hi, welcome to the gem shop, home of Shine Bright Gems. I'm Kimberly Brooks and I'm your jewelry lady. Paparazzi didn't give me that. I didn't give myself that. I had to develop that over time as I continued to stay consistent in what I was doing. But that's what people know. You got to stay consistent. I've been saying that lately about local business owners because I visited a local business Friday. I said, it looks good in here, but I don't want to see you gone next year. So I started giving some pointers because one thing I know, I may not know everything, but I listen to people. And you can't have goals, numbers, or sales without people. And if you don't listen to what they need or want, you're not going to satisfy that.
How much is selling jewelry a passion of yours? Because like Kay said, you can see how you light up when you discuss the business, but how much is that a passion of yours? Did you always want to sell jewelry, or was you into, things like that?
I've always been into, I guess, jewelry because I worked in department stores and retail, and it really didn't hit me till later on in the business. Like I do have retail experience because I always said I'm not in sales, but my job at 17 was working at a department store and retail. So that's where the customer service. It took my manager reminded me on one of my shows, Kimberly, I taught you all that. That's why you're good at it. You're one of my best associates. Because they would come in, like I was one of those staff members, like I was hired at 17, went off to college and would come back and help. And those scammers will try to look for the ones that don't look like they're familiar with policies, bringing in bad checks and stuff like that. Little do you know, my mom worked at the bank, taught me everything about banking. Little do you know, I've been working here since I was 17. So I was ready for that. So all those things really do add up. You got to pull from all your resources, everything that you have, your customer service skills, everything that you have. So I've always been around jewelry. Probably about a year ago, I moved all my non-paparazzi jewelry out of my collection. I have a lot of jewelry. So does my mom. I just helped her get hers together. So it's something that's another important thing. It bonds people. I'm still looking for my first male consultant. I had a young man. He has 2 sons. He's a barber. I said, you have all these bracelets you got from me on your wrist. You're cutting hair. When they ask you where you got them from, you going to send them somewhere else? You're going to send them to me. When all you had to do was open your backpack and sell them to them. And your sons love them. So that will be a bond between you and your sons. As me and my mom, we bump heads, but jewelry is something I know we can always talk about together. And so it's, I light up about it because I know it's more than just a jewelry. Yeah, I love it. I can't sit here and say I don't love it, but I love the doors that it's open. It's a vessel. You use the jewelry as a vessel, because that's one of my prayers all the time is, you giving me all these people, God, what I'm supposed to do with them. Because one thing about when you throw that net out, I have some bad business partners. I do. They chose, because I can't make you choose me as a sponsor. I can't make you hit the submit on that, but you chose to do that. So I threw that net out there. When I go live to the world, I don't know who, because to be honest, a lot of people that are on my team, I didn't recruit them. They watched me. My last recruit literally said, I watched you. You were positive. I just lost my son in a hit and run. You were positive for me at that time. And I felt like it's something I need to gravitate to. And she joined. So it's not always about I'm going after people. I'm just out here putting it out here for someone. And if it touches them, then that's good. And then I just pray about the things that were not so good.
Wow. Okay. How do it feel to go from working for someone to working for yourself, being this independent contractor, going from working 5 days a week to 7 days a week? Because as as an owner, business never closed for you.
It doesn't. Yeah, business hours are when you start and when you finish. So I'm kind of in between that, because I started doing, like I told you guys, the COVID testing in the beginning of the year. It's definitely been a struggle because it's a transition anyway. And I prayed about it. Even when I went to the hospital, it's just when you haven't been doing something in a while, it's a whole transition about, am I ready for it? How's this going to be? And I have been on my own time. And even right now, it is a struggle. You have to focus on how is it going to benefit me and what's the most important. And that's all I can really say about it, because it's touching me right now. I'm in that cusp of, this is all I've been selling jewelry for 3 years at home. So I haven't been out in the public. I haven't been having to be somewhere at a certain time and all of that. Even my shows are more pop-up lives, and they know what day they may see me, but it's definitely a transition. I can't even lightly say it, but you do what's necessary. You respect your leadership a little bit more, because you become the slash. I'm the shipper. I'm the inventory person. I'm the da-da-da-da-da-da. You have more respect for it. And life does come full circle, because on my team, I have a team member. She is the unit secretary in the hospital. So when I was in the hospital studying and I met a unit secretary, you have respect for it because you've seen that role and how it's played. So now I think about my first job at 14, that entrepreneur giving me all that insight. You have a different respect for it, because it's not easy running your own business. It's not easy putting because that's your name. They're going to hold you accountable for that. They're going to give you that credibility where it's due. So yeah, it's a blessed task. That's why I always say anything that I do related to this is a blessed task.
Okay. So with all that, everybody is getting an opportunity to see how enlightened you are, how free you are, independently, how you have transitioned from a 5 day a week, 40-hour job into becoming this entrepreneur with 82 people under your belt looking for your guidance. So, with looking to you for guidance, and you have said that you can answer some questions on the beginning, but going forward, how do they reach the level of becoming a sponsor like you?
And this is my personal opinion, because some people think they're not ready. They don't think I haven't learned enough, but you learn together. To me, after being here almost 4 years, I think that the first 30 days are crucial. Learn the business, see how it rolls, get a solid 30 days, but go ahead and start telling people you can do this too. Mm-hmm. Add that in there, especially if someone buys more than, if they've done 2 orders and they've already got close to $100, you need to start talking to them about where they can kind of shift their money a little bit. It doesn't mean you stop buying jewelry. You just buy less of it from other people. You get what you want for yourself. And so I think that's the transition that people have to make between the opportunity or just that quick what I want, and I just wish more people could change like that. Now what's kept my sanity is you can't tell people what to do with their money. And that comes from the customers and my consultants on my team. So what I do is if they need that kind of guidance, they know I'm here. I have a team group chat. My cousin used to do a fire starter where, like I said, we're in a lot of transitions. I do a mid-month check-in or a end of the month check-in. And that comes from your years of experience. I use my leadership style based on being the leader that I wish I would have had. And a lot of people ask me, I think I'm an awesome friend. People say, how are you such a good friend? I said, I'd be the friend that I would want to have. That golden rule still works. If you want certain things to happen for you, you need to put that out. You're not going to always get back what you put out, but you definitely not going to get it if you don't put in. When I've had a rough, with capital R, a rough professional journey. And I remember my brother asked me, do you think you put too much into that? I said, I can't go looking for the best if I didn't put the best into it. Yes, it's draining to know that I think I've done all the right things for the wrong people based on the organ. It was nothing wrong with those organizations, just the wrong people in position of power.
Okay. So in the beginning, it was mostly trial and error to get you to where you are today?
It was a lot of, I think if I really had to be honest, I was someone, I had a master's at 25, a home at 28. I felt like I was a midlife crisis at 30. Like, what are you supposed to do now? And then you say you want, like my dad is retired from the state of Texas. I thought that was always good. You have those guaranteed benefits. I tried that. I've tried the things that made sense. I've tried so many, and that's how you have to start looking at the common denominator. It's me. I don't belong in these places with the people that don't want better for people. Because anytime I'm one of those by any means necessary, I will do all those things. But if it compromises overall well-being, then I ain't with it. I will always back down. I will always tap out. I will always sacrifice myself if that's what it means. So I think I have to really look at that. When you had as many jobs on my resume, you have to start asking yourself, well, what is it about me? And I just really think it's that futuristic free spirit. I just don't belong in a place where we're going to sacrifice well-being. We're going to mistreat people. We're going to do I'm not with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, that right there within itself is great. And I know that a lot of our listeners are paying attention to everything that you're saying, because we all, look for those things, a person that we can turn to for questions and answers, that is open, that we can be ourselves and be in a position where, even though they're in a position of power, they come to the level where I am to help raise me up. So being in a situation like that, how much, is that like weighs on you, that that you have a lot of people that depends on your thoughts, your decision making, and your narratives of the direction of your company? That how much do that weigh in on you?
Well, I'll say I had a glimmer of hope. My last boss at the hospital, I literally told him, I said, thank you for instilling my faith back into good people, and not just good people, but good people in position of power. It's when you have some type of power and say so, use it for what it can do. Spending time this weekend in Jasper I had a lot of proud moments. Unfortunately, we had a family emergency, had ended up at the ER, but my dad is on the hospital district board, and just to see his name as secretary treasurer, as a Black male in Jasper, Texas, as the secretary treasurer and the chairman of the finance committee, I had to take a picture. I was proud, and he hadn't even seen it. I said, Dad, you're out there. You might want to go read that. Your name is out there, and those, it's just little small moments like that. I was super proud of that. Didn't want to be in the ER, but I'm glad I was there. And I just think that that I needed that. I needed that last boss to put my hope back into good people in power. And then my dad made a comment. There's a lot of stuff going on in Jasper, Texas. Going to always be that way since James Byrd Jr. But I think that when he made a comment about, because we talk about protecting our assets, Black history is an asset. It doesn't need to just fade away. And right now, our only Black high school is up for sale. So we're trying to keep that there. And I think when he made the comment, like for me, you said people depend on our advice. He's the same type of way. He's not political, but he knows politics. And when he said, if you want me to be a part of this, I'm not used to things not working. I'm not used to things it's going to be successful. When we put our hands on something, I'm putting my all into it, and we want to see it done. We don't want to see it went to someone else. We don't want to see that. And again, everything doesn't always work in your favor, but you know what your initiative is, and you know what you got to do to get it. And what I've learned in this goals, like right now, I'm an executive director. I knew what it took to become a director, a premier director, and now here. So in order to look at that journey, and while you're trying to hit other goals, you can make other stuff happen. I pray we're able to save J.H. Rowe High School. However, in the process, I see my community coming together. I see things happening. Initiatives are coming out. Like I heard so many people up for I was just so proud to be home. Black male up for city council. Look like all Blacks could take over the school board and the city council. I'm excited about that. So whatever the big goal is, you can make a lot of other things happen in the process, and then we can do a lot of more good things.
That's beautiful. And K-Wise has another question to ask you, and he should have just went ahead and asked the question. That's what it is with big brother, little brother situation.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Again, when you was talking about the pride and proudness that you have of the accomplishments you've been seeing between your mother and father. Now, you in turn have your mother working for you. So let's ask that flip narrative. How proud are your parents of what you're doing and how they see your success building as what you're doing?
Well, the funny part of that is my mama was my hardest recruit. She was my hardest recruit. I was trying to share it because she been texting me trying to figure out how to get on here. She joined. I joined at 18, so she joined Easter weekend of 19. She was, after church, laying on the couch. She said I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, all that. She said I don't remember signing up. All this. That's her line. And her favorite line is, "My sponsor didn't tell me this." Which she knows I did. But that's the thing. Like I said, I know we're gonna always have that bond. Even when we went to convention, she said, "How many mothers and daughters are here?" It's just those type of things that's allowing that opportunity. As far as being proud, I know without a shadow of doubt that I'm proud of them, and I do my best to make them proud. And I think the way they show that, they support everything I've done. I've gone through so many things in my life, things that I wouldn't wish upon anybody. So even just sitting at the hospital waiting in the ER, and my dad getting his advice about what to do in a situation, like it is tough for me. It's tough to know that I'm an entrepreneur and I can go home and do this, but I'm trying to do something else to get further in life and better myself. But it's a sacrifice. You having to put up with certain things that here I work by myself. I'm not used to. I had staff. I hadn't done a time sheet in 5 years. So, it's just transitions. So I know my parents are proud and love me because of their support. Like they got my back. I know some people growing up would always say, your parents are your way out. I said, no, my parents showed me the way. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And also what we do here on this show, it struck me that you was talking about in Jasper, Texas, where y'all have the only black high school left as far as schooling there. So if there's anything that we can do on our end to try to help in that capacity, please don't hesitate to let us know. We can try to, again, if you out there and you want it, you can hit us up and we can watch you film live what's going on there and stuff like that. And we let people know what's going on.
Yeah.
Jasper, Texas has a lot of history. I can't say, there's been a lot of negative thing when it came to that Jasper, Texas.
But it's so much, and that's the thing. It's so, like hearing some of hearing the people's bios that were recognized, some of the records they've hit, and it's a lot of good stuff out of there too. A lot of great sports. Some of the fastest people came out of there and didn't even have a track. So J.H. Rowe High School was the black high school before segregation, before integration, and it was my elementary school, and I was actually interviewing for a sales rep position at the Jasper News Board. And that's when it's amazing how you're going to start uncovering things once you start digging. And I had a newfound, and there's supposed to be an important meeting Tuesday. So it's actually active right now. So whenever I had like a Save Row hashtag going, so as soon as things start getting put up, it's going to be all over my news feed, because those are the type of things that should not happen. You have to preserve your history.
Right. We definitely like for you to share that with us.
Oh, it's going to be all over, because if I like I say, I would have did it anyway, but the recent events of what I went through to try to work there, and with my dad because what they have is it's a J.H. Rowe Consolidated Heritage Fund. So we're going to start, and you got to get the word out. What I loved about that Pillars of the Community award, they did the award ceremony, but then they let those that are about to be running for offices come up. Like my dad talked about his recent election, and other people came up, and then they let them know, if you're interested in saving J.H. Rowe, because we can't do it without support. When they start sending out your membership cards, don't just put it to the side. We need that. Then you could be the one crying when we don't have another J.H. Rowe.
You know that anytime that they fill a place up with the negative narrative, that there's some great history buried there. Mm-hmm. So anytime that you hear things probably about Jasper, there's probably some historical events that happened there that was monumental in Black people's lives in that point in time. Like she said, that was a Black high school before segregation. So during that shows the unity and the support that you had to have in that community together. So of course, we as Black people, we know that they will push a negative narrative and make it seem like it's always something bad that comes out of that area without really knowing the truth about that area.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, I always, those are my favorite conversations. When I tell about Jasper, and there are people that still do not know. And what I do with that, I tell them to go Google for themselves. I want you to get your own perspective, and then we'll revisit. But if you already know, then we can talk about it. I can tell you some tales. I was with the family when they last seen Jamesburg, so I can tell you the real story. I can tell you. I just texted his daughter last night. Can't wait to read her book. There are things that people are going to say and do, and whatever. You got to have your own perspective. First of all, you got to have your own mind made up what that's going to be like, and then, but also don't close it either. Once you make your mind up, don't close it either, because there's going to be more information to come in that not necessarily change it, but enhance your viewpoint. My mom just told me I left my purse with my license in Jasper. She's like, can we not see your interview? Your ears are burning.
Well, I want to also reiterate that we're proud to have you on our show today. We look forward to supporting your business and everything that you have going on for us down in Jasper. Just as we always say, Real to Real 360 will always be your home. Anything that you want to promote, anything that you feel that you want to step out and have the people to know about when it comes down to, Shine Bright Gemzz, anything that you have going on, whether it be foundations or historical events that you're trying to put together. We would love to promote it right here on Real to Real 360.
Okay.
And I know we're coming up to like the end of the show, but do you have any events or anything that you want to have the people to look out for when it comes down to Shine Bright Gemzz, and or anything that you have going on in Jasper or anything else? And also to make sure that you plug your contact information where they can see your live feed and your website so they can buy some of your jewelry.
Okay, sure will. So I do have some exciting things coming up. I'm going to be taking the COVID testing to Jasper March 12th at my mom's employer at the bank. And then also the doctor's office that following Saturday. And what I love to hear is, so thankful you're bringing resources to Jasper. And at the end of the day, that's always been that number one thing in my heart is I've saved a lot of different things, made a lot of different things happen, but it rings different when you can do it for your own. And I mean, again, I've helped strangers. I've saved, it's just all type of things in my career that I've had to be exposed to, but to be able to bring that back home, that's important. So that's March 12th and 19th, as well as far as myself and Shine Bright Gemzz, I have some events coming up. It's been this fall and the winter. Fall and winter is tough for vendor events sometimes, but it's going to be more spring and summer, so things are going to be open up a little bit better. So I'm going to, and I post a lot. I have a business page. I usually make events for different things that I have going on. So those are my main things. Want to get back to my Jasper community, and then you can find all my live shows on Shine Bright Gemzz on Facebook. And then my website is shinebrightgemzz.com. I'll be sure to leave all of my information everywhere that is accessible. And always, again, like I said in the beginning, I'm always available if there's anything that comes up later. And I don't mind coming back. I think I had another interview and they said, we might make this like a quarterly thing. I said, I don't mind, because this business does change. When I was giving my bio, I had to make some changes. I said, we've grown since then, different things have happened. And then there's new opportunities always, so I appreciate you guys opening up the platform to me. Always excited to get new opportunities.
Well, thank you. You're more than welcome, and we look forward to having you back on the show. And when you have, like you said, you have some stuff for men, so please send some stuff so we can check it out, so we can have it on the show, because we support everyone that comes on our platform, and we want to make sure that we let the people know that we don't deal with no junk here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is real. Yes. So anybody that comes on the show, everybody know that they're validated and they can trust them in the business world. Correct. Right now, I want to get the opportunity to Kay, so Kay can take us up out of here. And I want to say thank you for coming on. It was more than a pleasure for me to have this conversation with you. And I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
You will
Kay
sure
Wise, take us up, baby.
Yeah, we thank you once again, Kimberly. I love you. We appreciate you coming. And we will make sure you get a copy, a video copy, as well as the audio copy of the show, so you can show that and spread the word down with your family, your business consultants, whoever, and everybody. But what I'm about to do before we head off, I'm going to go ahead and show again to join my team, which means Next Level Steppers with Kimberly Brooks. She is the lady, the jewelry lady, Shine Bright Gemzz. Website shinebrightgemzz.com, and you can see down there where she can reach her at Facebook, Instagram. She's got the square with PayPal and everything else. So listen, do the knowledge and support. We are about our people, and we are about our people with the businesses, because we got love for our people and our people got love for us. Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ KYs, aka Kato the Black Superhero, along with my co-host Josh Jamel Allah, Mr. PhD, and our special guest. Once again, we thank you for coming aboard, Miss Kimberly Brooks of Shine Bright Gemzz. Y'all make sure y'all check her out, support her, show her the love, and we'll be looking forward to having her back at some time later down on the road. And by all means, take care. We love you again. And this is the God. We signing out. We're down to a minute. And I know you got another show coming up next. You got your live feed, so we're not going to hold you up. Okay. You got my information. We'll talk some more, so we'll keep things going and how we do. All right.
All right.
All right. You take
care.
Have
a good day.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. We are out. Peace to the guards and nurse. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We truly appreciate you. We are on our new spot. So remember, if you need to get us, hit us at realreal360@gmail.com. That's REAL, the number 2, REEL 360@gmail.com.
Hey, yo, Kay, hold on 1 second, Kay. Next week, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a show about single parenthood. For the single, you know what I'm saying, fathers who've been raising their children alone. We're going to tap into that. And right now, we're up out of here.
Indeed. Peace, God. We'll see you the next time.
We'll see him the next time. Peace.
Peace.